Welcome back to Chaos Collectibles. So I just got done priming a figure. Worked on it a little bit as I was just watching Creepshow 2. I haven't seen that movie in forever. Creepshow 2. Pretty awesome. Anyhow, I was working on this figure and I kind of want to show you what I did. I did something a little bit different with this one than I have with any of the others so far. And it turned out pretty good. So I know I'm out of control. I said I was going to take some time to kind of kick back, and I started watching this movie today. And I was like, I need to start working on this figure because last year for Halloween, I did a Frankenstein, and then I also did a Scarecrow. I thought about doing a pumpkin, but I never pulled the trigger on the 3D pumpkin head. But I mean, the pumpkin thing seems to be something that a lot of people do. So it's always nice to do something a little bit different. So I ended up buying this head from this dude. When we were talking, I told him what scale I wanted. He's like, no problem, I bought it, and he sent me this thing. And it's not even the right frickin' head. As you can see, the mouth is closed. So I talked to him. He said he'd print me another one. Well, unfortunately, he made me pay for the second one. But, I mean, it is what it is because the dude ended up scaling it up for me and gave me the proper head that I wanted. But again, it's for like a Mythic Legions or actually G.I. Joe. It's for the one, I guess they make a 1/12 scale G.I. Joes. So that's kind of what this is for. So if you see, this is kind of how the head is. But I wanted to make this thing to where it would articulate. I wanted the head to articulate, and I kind of wanted to see if I can get around the whole magnet thing. And I ended up finding a way to do that. So here is the zombie that I just primed. A little bit of blemishes right here. Must have got scratched or something. It's probably already like that before I primed it, but no big deal. It's a zombie body. I mean, whatever, right? But this head's freaking cool. But notice how this one has the opened head, and look at that fucking spit. Pretty awesome, right? It's got lines of fucking slobber, right? But yeah, pretty cool head. But look what I did to this. I ended up sculpting the entire neck on this guy so that the head is seamless. It doesn't have the head that slides onto the manufactured neck that I normally do. And check this shit out. So how did I make this work? I was so excited about this. It doesn't fit super tight, but I don't even think I could pull the head off if I wanted to. So I have a little bit of that Procreate sculpt. I did end up getting some epoxy sculpt a couple weeks ago. Haven't used it yet. I just know that I had this Procreate and I know how this stuff works. So I figured I'd just use some of that up. It's almost gone. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty seamless the way that I did that. But the shit's sticky. So what I ended up doing is I got to thinking, this morning, and I was like, how can I make this thing work? Because the neck peg on the original Zolo fit right up inside this head. Not all the way, but it fit up there kind of like how my finger is. And I was like, with that stuff being sticky, it's just going to cement itself right to it, right to the neck peg. So my brain started clicking and frickin' ticking. And I was like, what if I put some paper up there? When I got these figures from Oliver, all the pieces were wrapped in this paper here. And so I tore a piece of that paper off and I slid it over the top of the neck peg and underneath it. And then I just sculpted over it. So yeah, there is paper under this, but it's not an issue. I mean, the head articulates. It does want to come up a little bit when I turn it, but at least it's still posable. I mean, I could still push it down. So I thought this was pretty freaking cool. And I wanted to get on here and kind of show you guys the next project that I have working on. I was hoping to get this thing done by Halloween, but with the way it's looking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this done next weekend or not. I mean, I still have to get Oliver's figure Mod Podged or sealed or whatever you want to call it. So I got to get that done next weekend. That might only take me about an hour, maybe two. And then I got to box that thing up. That's going to take a little time because I want to make sure I pack it really good. And I do want to pack it more than just with paper. because I think this is how stuff gets broken. So I'll be sure to pack that up really nice for him. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and kind of show you this, guys. Pretty freaking cool. Like I said, I mean, the head can go down a little bit more like that. I mean, if you push it down, but I mean, for display purposes, you know, can still be posed and shit. So yeah, just thought that was a pretty cool idea that I came up with, and it worked very well, and wanted to share that with any of you guys that do any of the customizations yourself. I mean, that side looks really good. You can see a little bit of a hole right there where it didn't quite fill in all the way, but still, I mean, it is what it is. It's pretty good for what it is. And yeah, this is the next figure that I'm going to customize. So there you have it, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you all have an awesome day. Until next time. Woo!